right. So so the DevNet seems to be doing well. On our side, Wedline, we just set up a plan, I guess, to test it on our side as well. We'll do this tomorrow for sure because we have to move on, I guess. But then Hive tests are also another important subject. But yeah, let's just hear quickly from Erigon if there's updates maybe regarding the DevNets in general.
No updates. We don't run any DevNet nodes, so maybe if Gateway runs Erigon DevNet nodes, then they might have an update.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I guess Gateway, if you have anything to say.
Well, as far as I know, we have nothing to update about DevNet.
All right. Marek?
Yeah, I think one short update from our side. We run a tool that generates bad blocks, so you can notice a few bad blocks, but it is on purpose because we want to test if networks handles bad blocks correctly. And of course, everything is working well.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Let's move on to Hive tests then, because that's the most important subject at this point. Marcos, do you have anything to say? Do we have withdrawal tests?
Yeah, we have the first test, the error that we got the past week. We resolved it. We encountered the issue that was that the Hive has hard coding the use of Geth and caused the problem fetching while fetching the blocks. It was recalculating the hash and not keeping the value that comes from the API. And the original logic did not save that hash. So in order to fix that, we overrode the logic. So now it saved the hash that we received from the API. That was the most time-consuming part. But yeah, that's basically that. So what we do with those tests are ensuring that we reach the TTD. We facilitate the interaction between consensus and execution layer. We are producing some press and guide blocks and post and guide blocks, and each of these steps we check the integrity of the chain. So what is next with the Hive test? We integrating with the withdrawal contract and verify the storage of the withdrawal contract itself. And yeah, that's basically the idea. And the next step Hive.
All right, so yeah, I missed the last part while writing. So are there withdrawal specific tests already?
More like the Shanghai transition on Gnosis. The withdrawal, we were going to check it once we integrate the withdrawal. I mean the integration with the withdrawal contract, and we check the storage. That is where I will be focusing this week.
All right. So do you think withdrawals will be tested by maybe end of next week? Or, maybe not everything, of course, but at least a few tests.
My plan is to integrate the contract. I mean the interaction with the contract for the end of this week. The verifying of the storage maybe can take me a little bit longer. So probably for the end of the next week. But yeah, that's a good plan.
Awesome. Thanks for the updates. Yeah, let's move on to client team updates that are maybe, well, not related to DevNets and, well, to the DevNet and to Hive tests. Maybe Nethermind if you have something to add.
Yeah, we started looking at Gnosis Chain. So starting the very first prototype. So it's too early to show something, but the work already started. That's it.
What was the name? Something chain?
The shutter chain.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry. Perfect. All right, Erigon.
If I may, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do have a couple of, no, one question. From what I know, Igor from Gateway FM, he asked Nethermind to run Erigon nodes, like validators for DevNet. Is it happening or not? Or is it still to be done?
Carlos, do you know?
Yes, we are currently running 4 Erigon nodes. Half the validators we have are in Erigon nodes, so yeah.
So they are already running as like
Yes.
Erigon
Yeah, we're
validators. Okay, thank you. That's all questions I had.
Yeah, so what's the current state now? Is Nethermind running 80% or 90% of the nodes then?
I think, at least on our side, nodes we're running 50-50 on the nodes. We have 4 Nethermind nodes and other 4 Erigon nodes.
Right, but you're running 8,000 keys, and then Gateway is also running 1,000, and we are running 1,000, right?
Yeah, they're running the same number of key for each node. It's I think it's the 40%, I would say, at least the part we are handling.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Erigon, do you have general updates regarding your clans?
No updates.
All right. I have an update from Guillaume. He couldn't make it sadly. Wait. Let me just find it real quick. Yeah, so he was able to get full sync to work. After the database reconstruction from last week, so there was missing codes. He's now debugging the system call at the end of the block where rewards are distributed. And once this is fixed, it should be the last, it's the last thing executed in the block, so full sync apparently should work after that. I don't have much more information. That's just, yeah, what he just told me. On the prison side, still no updates, I guess, because Geth is prioritized in this case. So that's about it. Regarding research, I think, yeah, we have made a bit of progress on the standardized beacon chain, just mostly specs, but I think there's not much in comparison to last week. And then, yeah, regarding chain infra, Gateway, do you have updates?
Nothing specific about infra. The only thing that Igor today participates in hackathon and prepare some talk there. And we also support it with our PC.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, so there's also a list, a question that Lan just asked regarding EL. So the EIPs that are going to be added in this hard fork, can you confirm that those are all the ones that we also, those are in theory the ones Ethereum included? Are we implementing exactly the same ones, just to make sure?
I'm not sure about self-destruct. Marek, can you confirm?
It's not like included in the
Yes,
code.
it's just a notice.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm sending this message because I recall that we had to activate something else due to
EIP
3860.
Yes, EIP 170.
Okay.
Right, so the EIP 170 is added as well, an additional one, right?
Yes, because it was, let's say, never enabled on Gnosis.
Can someone remind me what that is?
It's about max code size.
Okay, it's kind of restricting it or increase or. or reducing it, or?
So you can deploy a contract with more than some kind of limit, and that's it. Let me find the link.
Yeah, it's being decreased, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's around 24,000 bytes.
And can you just, what was the comment about the self-destruct? Is this not being included?
It's only a notice. So Ethereum
Oh, right, yeah, just the deprecation.
announced that, we will deprecate, but nothing changed in EVM itself so far, but we will deprecate it in future in Ethereum and probably in Gnosis as well.
Yes, right. Perfect, thank you. All right. I don't know if there's anything else.
Yeah, I wanted to comment. Can you guys, like, I'm aware you guys didn't want to share too much, but I'm just wondering, can you comment on what are you implementing right now regarding Shatterized chain?
We're trying to implement it as a Nethermind plugin. So for now, trying to tailor it to our plugin architectures and stuff like this. So it's not that Shatter specific, but more Nethermind architecture specific.
Cool. So you're blending the functionality of looking at a contract, picking up transactions, and including that into the block.
I didn't get to that part, but we'll get to that soon.
So what would you be starting with?
Could you repeat?
So what part would you be starting with?
The next step would be, say, trying to build an API for transaction decryption and inclusion to the chain. So that part, like dealing with keepers and the interface with this, probably should be the WebSocket, right? Instead of lead P2P for us.
Got it. Makes sense.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, and I just want to just rephrase our Hive test update so you understand why it was tricky and takes so much time. So it turned out that Hive tests, or some parts of it, has been tailored to Geth specifically, and it was very hard to discover and figure them out. But we just discovered and addressed those issues like yesterday, today. So we got now quicker pace, and we expect withdrawal specific tests this week, next week.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. I know we had talked about this already, about Geth being hard-coded, and at some point we talked about using Erigon instead because of, I guess, Go structures or bindings, or I don't know exactly. But yeah, that makes sense for sure.
Yeah, so we're trying to make it more universal, not not Geth tailored.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, ideally, we should add also Erigon and test with both clients. In some environments, mixed, and in some of them isolated. But yeah, we should reach Erigon not that far.
Awesome. Well, if that's it, then thanks for joining, and see you next week.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
See you
Bye, everyone.
Take care.
Okay.